Welcome to Insta Chat with the Journalist. I'm Andile, aka the Journalist, and yeah, man, it's a special day. We have a lady in the house today, and her name is Azola. She's a vocalist, very talented, and she's been featured on a couple of songs, by the likes of Black Coffee, Candyman, Citizen Deep, so yeah, today we're just gonna be chatting to her about her career and basically what it's like to be a vocalist in South Africa in the house music industry. It's gonna be a really, really interesting chat with Azola. I'm just waiting for her to join. She's from a very interesting place called Keiskammahoek. I've never heard of that place before ever in my life. So she's gonna tell us exactly where Keiskammahoek is. Let me just add her. Can get the show on the road. So yeah, man, shout out to Azola. She's been singing professionally since she was I don't know how old you were, but I know you've been writing since you were 13, right?
Oh, you've definitely done your history.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm relaxed, man. I'm good, Finally, this interview is taking place, I've been meaning to have you on for the longest of time. And yeah, finally it happened today. So yeah,
Yeah,
I'm really looking forward to it.
definitely. I am too.
So my first question is, you come from a place called, I don't know how to pronounce this name, Keiskammahoek. Was it? What is Keiskammahoek? Where is this place?
It's Keiskammahoek. It's Afrikaans slash German, actually, since Afrikaans does derive from German. It's called Crystal Waters, when you actually translate it. It is in the Eastern Cape, just after King Williamstown. Oh, no, yes. And that's actually where I am right now.
Really? Okay, cool. So what is it like to grow up in Keiskammahoek, this German slash Afrikaans place?
It's incredible. Super mountainous. The air is so fresh. And it's rejuvenating, honestly, more than anything. When you're here, you really, really, your background and what is really important in life, which is life itself, more than anything else. And
Mm.
it's honestly, yeah.
Okay, so I can just, when you're describing the place to me, I'm thinking like a small town, obviously beautiful, and everybody knows each other. But what about the arts? How is it like to be a creative or someone that can sing or that wants to be in the music game in that type of surrounding?
Well, the arts, not so much the arts this side. Um, but we're very supportive of whatever talent you have. That's the number one thing, is that the people you live with and the people surrounding are super supportive of what you have. Opportunities, not so much, but once you realize what you have and what you actually want to do, they are super supportive. And from where I come from, my next door neighbor is actually, but she's a presenter of OPW.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah, literally my next door neighbor, like up at Keiskammahoek. And
Mhm.
then next street is a lady who does a lot of adverts, and she's currently even on adverts now. So like the talent is there. It's just a matter of nurturing it. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. Wow. Okay. Look, I love small towns. That's why I'm asking. I'm also a small town boy myself, and I hopefully one day I'll come check out your hometown. So, so you were 13 when you wrote, a song that kind of like introduced you to the industry. And I know there's love involved in there, but I want you to tell us the story behind Stuck in Your Love.
Oh, okay. Stuck in your love. Yes, there was some kind of love. Obviously, at 30, I knew nothing about love, but there was a boy involved. When I actually wrote the song, I was in grade 4. Grade 4 is like how old? Like 10.
Oh,
I
wow,
was
that's crazy.
writing. I was at a library with a friend of mine who's passed on now, so my cater. We were at a library, we were bored, and we're like, hey, let's write. And originally the song was called Stuck in Young Love. Not your love. I'm stuck in young love. And I sat on the song for years. I got into radio in high school. And a friend of mine was like, hey, listen, I've heard you sing this song a lot. How about you actually just give it to that person? And I'm okay, let me do this because I've got the context since I'm in. And yeah, I did. And it didn't even take 5 minutes. They responded within like seconds. And when they responded, it wasn't like, hey, okay, hey, who are you? It was like, okay, here's the beat. Let's, So I was quite excited about that, yeah.
Okay, cool. So this guy, did you ever tell this guy, this kid, actually, not the guy, this kid that you were in love with, that, the song is about him, and how was his response?
Do I still remember who it is? That's the question.
Oh.
No, those crushes in school. Yeah, I know. And probably
Okay. You don't want
asking for
you don't want to get into it. Okay, cool. No problem. I understand. You were young, but what's fascinating about the story is that you started writing music like okay, you wrote that song when you were in grade 4, you said. How long have you been writing? When did you start writing music and stuff?
I could never really say when I learned writing, like when I actually started writing music officially, but I come from a very musical family. So for instance, I'm making an example with my grandmother. She'd like come up with like a gospel theme, a gospel. Sorry, I'm a bit disturbed. Sorry, give me a second. Please go.
Who is disturbing you there?
No, I can't. It's family.
Okay.
It's family. Just give me literally 1 second.
Okay. No worries.
1 second. No.
Welcome, guys. Interview with Azola. She's at home, and she's with her family, so
I'm back.
that's why she. And now she's back.
So sorry about that. Like I said, I come from a very musical family. In the house, we never listen to really one genre. For instance, my mother used to listen to your blues, Then my brother was more like in the side, old school stuff. So I was very exposed to that, and having that exposure, and my helper was more on the gospel and Maskandi, and with all of that exposure, I got to learn different types of music and writing skills. And I actually quite liked poetry, and then I actually learned how to sing poetry. So I was like, okay, there's poetry here. Basically, songwriting is poetry. That's kind of how I came about it, yeah.
Okay, so you're the conscious type, because people that like poetry, they thinkers. So, which means which actually brings me to my next questions. Being a vocalist, in the industry. Okay, let me not call you a vocalist. Being a singer in the industry has its challenges. What have been some of yours?
Gosh, that question is super important and very relevant. The most important and the challenges is respect. And
how so?
It's respect. And we cannot earn respect when we don't give ourselves respect as vocalists. how many vocalists are actually doing well as DJs out there currently in SA. We're always seen as the support system, as the backing, or but and it's because we also let them see us like that. We are letting them kind of like tramp on us like mad, and it's quite sad because the people I've been looking up to in the past years, I'm kind of in the same level as them, even though I've just entered the industry. Not right, I think. That's definitely not right. So it's the respect, but we cannot ask for respect when you don't give ourselves respect. So we have to make ourselves heard and make sure, number one, if you have a DJ playing there, why do you need a vocalist? So yeah, it's just trying to make ourselves heard and putting what's this? I was like putting the footprint stamp that, hey, listen, you wouldn't be playing any sets without our vocals, So we need to make sure that we are heard. Yeah, that's the problem that I'm currently facing.
But so if you're in a song as a vocalist, surely it should be easy to kind of like also get bookings because it's you singing. You know what I mean? So the experience of the people watching would be better if you are on stage singing as opposed to a DJ just queuing in a song. That's what I would think. You know what I mean? So, what are the conversations like when you're talking to promoters and stuff like that?
We actually don't even get the chance to promoters. We already DJs just get all the bookings. We are after we've written the song. The song is out, been played. You never hear anything from us. We're just waiting for the next person to say, hey, listen, please jump on the song. And it's getting old now. We are literally tired of just writing and jumping on the next song. We do not get old. I go to the events because of the people I know in the industry. And it happens that, my music plays and it's like, wow, you'll have like a whole 3 songs of yours playing there and you are not there performing. Why? Why? Why?
It's a problem.
And I mean, one person can do it. We have great vocalists, but we can all come together, and I don't know. It's so frustrating. It really is. It really is. And there's a lot of sorry if I can even add on to that. There's a lot of division or separation in vocalists. In the events I go to, I will never see any vocalists there. It's always DJs. It's always promoters. It's always influencers. I never see any other vocalists. Why don't we go to these places? I'm actually talking to them now. Why don't we go to these places and actually meet up and combine and, be one? They are too relaxed. Okay, we are too relaxed. We are just sitting at home and happy when our song plays on, but that's not real. We are way too relaxed. We need to be up and be singing by people, and in that way, that's how we actually get booked.
Okay, I mean, I think that's a solution right there. Just being more visible. Because I mean, how DJs get the gigs is that they actually go out there and they talk to events organizers and all that and venue owners to put themselves on. But the thing about DJing is that a lot of the gigs are free, especially like DJs that are up and coming. So as a DJ, as much as a DJ might be booked, you see them playing, especially the up and coming guys. A lot of people don't realize that those are actually free bookings. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a tough one. But I think you're absolutely right. Vocalists, you guys need to be out there more. You actually need to go to these events and say, look, man, I want to
Yeah.
perform, I want to do this. So, which brings me now to my next question. Since Valley, you just said that it's getting a bit tiring. Like, a producer always hitting you up like, yo, there's this beat that I want you to jump on and blah blah blah. So for you moving forward, how do you select who you work with?
Goodness. Well, I don't want to say before, but it usually used to be, oh, like how amazing your beat is. Sometimes you'll get the best DJ in the world sending you like a flat beat, and it's not inspiring. And then you get someone who's completely unknown and from an unknown city sends you like world-class stuff. So how do you choose from that? So I actually don't choose. It has to be quality stuff. And I do talk to them when they DM me or when they email me. I'll be like, wow, this is amazing. I'll write it and we will, try to push it. But then when it's something kind of, then I'll be like, okay, try fix it here for the future and all of that. They really appreciate that feedback, because keeping quiet doesn't really help. But hey, listen, people are people, and the people who are up there started somewhere, so we cannot ignore the people who are still trying out. Yeah.
And then are you, in terms of the business side, are you like strictly, how is your process when you collaborate with people? Do you paperwork first, or do you set that paperwork after, or what's your process regarding that?
It's first creativity. We have to be able to work together. Whatever you bring into me has to be substantial. I can't send you paperwork whereas there is no product. So definitely the product. Between that, we have to meet and we have to kind of have some sort of relationship, which many people don't kind of see that as useless. No, I don't have to meet up with you. Or some people would be like, I'll be like, okay, please get a studio to record. Not that I don't have one. I just want to have time to work with you. And then people kind of take it for granted. But yeah, for me, it's the creativity, the meetup, and the paperwork after.
Okay, I mean that sounds like it's fair enough. So you're all the way in the Eastern Cape, and you have a song with a guy called Candyman and BK, and according to my knowledge, Candyman is in Limpopo. So how did that collaboration come about?
No, actually, I'm in the Eastern Cape for a short while. I am based in Florida, in Johannesburg. I'm just here for a break from the city. So with Candyman, how it happened, I was DM'd by Bokang, BK. They sent me a very incredible beat. It was an incredible beat. Yeah, there was a bit of like hiccups there and there, but it happened. The song happened. The song happened.
Okay, I feel like you're hiding some information from me. Like you're very politically correct, leader. You are very politically correct, but it's fine. One of my favorite songs by you is Citizen Deep,
Oh
Find
yeah.
a Way. I just love that song. I feel like when you wrote that song, you were just in a different. I don't know. I feel your spirit. So I had to ask you, like, what were you thinking when you wrote that song, spiritually wise or mentally,
Um,
or is it not that deep?
Honestly, it actually not really that deep. Yeah. But umntu onetsayo kakhulu in terms of songwriting is Nati. Nati being Black Coffee. He
Oh, okay.
loves songs. And then I was like, oh, okay, that's great. And I wrote love songs. And I'm like, I felt like, man, I'm being boxed here because that's the only thing he's heard from me. So I kind of changed and I'm like, ah, no, there's other things happening in the world other than love. You know, how about actually, you know? And that song, yo, where I was in life at that point, which is like earlier in the year, I was like tired. I was just like, you know what, life, yay, take it or leave it. Take it or leave it. And I was actually writing the song while I was cleaning the kitchen. I was inspired. And I couldn't be more proud of that song. I really love that song. I really do. And I must say, shout out to Utibani, Citizen Deep. He let me, you know, direct the song. He wasn't just like, hey, sing, okay, great. But I was like, okay, change my vocals here, lower this, increase that, let's add this. Oh, no. Great producer, I must say.
Okay, no man, look, we love the song, you know, us house hits, we love the song, we think it's amazing. But I think probably one of your biggest songs is with Chynaman and Kususa. Yeah, man, like that song is just blew up. Did you guys expect that song to blow up?
Okay, when I write, not that I'm being like big-headed or anything when I end up, but when I write and when it's going out there, I make sure I really make. That's why when there's a few songs out there of that I've featured in or that I'm really I put into it. I do. I don't just write for the sake of it. And with Ucha's Love, it was written in 2016. No, end of 2015. We recorded in October 2015.
Wow.
And yeah, I really put a lot of work into it. I even actually flew in a friend of mine from New Zealand to help me write the song, and he came up with the first two verses. You'll never know which side is coming from. And from there I was like,
Wow. Okay, and then like why does it take so long for these songs to come out?
hey, bruh, you're cooking beef here. You know. you don't.
Okay. Am I am I asking the wrong questions?
No. What I'm saying is, it takes time. It's not like chicken. Am I making sense? It's not like chicken. It has to be tender, and so it's like beef. You can't just say 1 hour is fine. The more time you put onto it, and look at that. Look at it now.
No, I agree. You know, the best things in life take time. I completely understand what you're saying. And look, you've been featured on a few songs. I was looking at your music library trying to see if you've got like projects out or anything like that. Because in most cases with vocalists, normally it's a situation whereby house is just a thing, you know, on the side, but the artist is maybe like a soulful artist and all that. So how would you describe your sound?
It's quite difficult. I'm not when I started off, I was not writing. I was writing jazz, and even when I write now, I become more inspired in other genres other than house is very limiting in terms of writing. You know, it has to be catchy. It has to be long, you know, quickly. It doesn't let you actually write a whole like 3 choruses and a bridge and 3 verses, a chorus, and a bridge. It doesn't let you do that. So I'm more in other like the alternative R&B, the jazz, the slow stuff that you are able to to remix or maneuver into other genres. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay. So when are you dropping like a project? Yours.
That question is like,
Am I putting too much pressure on you? Oh, we wanna know. We wanna know. We love your music. You know, we love your voice. We wanna hear more from you. You know.
No, of course, and yeah, the first person, and probably not the last, to ask me that question. I am working on my own thing, my own work. It's just I've got a single actually that I'm busy with now. That's gonna be part of my EP. But I don't need freak, but gosh, like my work has to be perfect, even if it takes years. But yeah, something's coming out. I promise.
Okay. Second last question. Since you always, a lot of your songs that are out there are about love. How's your love life looking like? Are you, all the guys out there that want to know, that are crashing on you?
Guys, like, wow. Are people still dating out there? Like, are people still getting married? Isn't that like overrated?
Well, I mean, you are the one who's singing about love. So, I mean, you're encouraging people to be out there in relationships, to be together forever, romance. You're pushing those vibes. So, you tell me.
No, nothing. Azola is Azola. I'm just being me, yeah.
Okay, so a lot of my people that follow the website and the page are guys, so I'm sure they'll be happy to hear that. Expect
I like it.
expect a lot of DMs, Anyway, man, look, can you believe it's like 27 minutes into the interview already? Time like just flies, Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
Is there anything that I might have missed that you just want to add about, the real Azola, the vocalist with a super amazing voice? Yeah, is there anything that you would like your followers to know and my followers to know?
So, like I think people need to understand that I'm super chilled. Like I've been having a problem now where you meet up with people in the public places or events, and they just give you like that corner eye, and they think, "Man, you are so I." And there was a guy who DM'd me earlier. He was like, "Oh, I thought you're so perfect." Oh, guys, wow, Gandhi, you need perfect. Oh, I thought you.
Yeah, that's an odd.
And he saw me like chilling with friends earlier. I thought she's perfect. Oh, Gandhi, you chill with other people, or you actually drink. Things like that. It's kind of hurtful and kind of weird. So like, come say hi. When you do see me, so you actually have some sort of, yeah, like, guys, do grand,
Basically, what you're saying is that you're a normal human being.
You? I'm like, I've never had this experience. Even Bonang, I don't think they think, hey, Bonang, I thought you were perfect. Hi, guys. It really put me off.
Expect a lot of that, because your brand is getting bigger by the day. You're gonna be more famous, and people are just gonna be weird around you. So you must just prepare for it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess so. But another thing I want people to understand is Azola is not a vocalist or a songwriter per se. She's actually more behind the scenes. She is a songwriter. I write for other musicians.
Really? Okay, are you at liberty to talk about that?
Sure.
Who have you written for?
Because I've signed NDAs.
Oh.
I really can't say who, but literally, it can't even be my 9 to 5. That's literally my like Monday to Sunday kind of job, like every single day, every single hour of the day. And that's where I've tapped into the industry, because that's how I actually entered into the industry. Umati, I did not give him the sorry.
That's cute.
Oh wow, guys, family is everything, right?
Yeah, we love family. That's a beautiful moment right there.
Wow, but not in the public like that. Yeah, like the song I wrote for like, Who's Stuck in Your Love was not. I was not supposed to sing it. I had other intentions. I was like, hey, listen, can this person sing the song? And they're like, okay. And they tried it, but then it didn't kind of work. So I had to be the one singing it. Me, I'm more in the songwriting. That's my passion. Like I do it every second of the day. Ngihleli emotweni, ngihleli phansi on the garden, on the beach, I'm writing. And what I noticed was that when I write, I don't even write just for myself. There's a song, oh wow, I nearly mentioned the soil. A few years back, and I was song. I'm like, wow, there's different elements, and people in the song who can sing different parts. I approached native rhythms, and and it really worked. So I realized, man, I have this potential to write for other people. Really enjoying it.
Wow. That's amazing, being able to share your gift with other artists as well and letting them, take the shine. I think it takes a special person to do that, especially when you are an artist yourself. So shout out to you, man. And we wish you more blessings with your career. We wish you the best. And thank you so much for your time, real Azola, the real one. You're not just any other Azola, you're the real one. And shout out to everybody who watched this interview. Noku Dlamini is here.
Yeah.
Shout out to Noku. There was someone else who was also leaving comments. Lindam Konto and Lexi. Shout out to you guys. And yeah, man. So look, we're gonna do more of these stuff. When you drop your EP, let's chat. Let's have another one where we're talking about your EP. Maybe do like a young listening session.
Without a doubt, yeah. The song's been released end of November. The single, so I'm quite excited about that. Yeah, and you'll be the first to know about it. I'll fill you in.
Please do. Okay, sharp, ne? Good night.